What's going on, gents? It's Rizzo back here with the Gentleman's Corner, and today I'm coming to you on a bit of a bad note, down note, shall I say. And this is my farewell video to the community. Just want to thank all my subscribers and everything like that who have supported me, and I really appreciate it. But I think it's just about that time that my time is up, so to speak. But I think it's like one more thing that what else am I leaving out? Oh, one more thing that I want to touch on before I, bid you guys a farewell is that I'm just kidding. This is not my farewell video. It's more like a where have I been? And I know I've been kind of on a hiatus, but that's because I'm a member of the armed forces and our schedule is kind of crazy. Plus, I have began my master's degree work, and I had to bid the missus, aka Shopaholic Housewife, farewell as she made her journey back stateside to continue with her career. So a few things that will take place with the Gentleman's Corner is I have a different setup. This right here, it's more of a lounge feel, and a lot of times I shoot my video at night because, like I said, I want to keep that corner slash lounge kind of feel and vibe and everything like that. So if you see a video that I'm either like not suited and booted, and that's another thing I want to touch on. I feel like I've kind of laid a lot of my subscribers down because a lot of times I will dress the part or be suited and booted. However, whenever it came to shooting my videos, a lot of times I shot my videos in t-shirts and just stuff like that. But I kind of got lazy when it came to shooting my videos, so I said that more than anything, I'll just try to make sure that I at least fit the bill and look the part and practice what I preach whenever I'm shooting a video for you guys. So if you see a video and it's either not with this setup or I'm like in a t-shirt or something like that, then 9 times out of 10 that video was previously recorded before I went on my hiatus of cleaning up my channel and the Gentleman's Corner in and of itself. So, alright, as far as my fragrance reviewers, well actually the gentlemen that come here for my fragrance reviews, I still will have quite a few of them pumping out. I have quite a few things that I want to talk about or that I have gotten my nose on and still am getting my nose on. However, a few bottles that as far as bottles go, it's not too many bottles that I see myself purchasing or will purchase in the near future because a lot of fragrances are becoming kind of redundant. I don't know if the perfumiers or the companies are, half-stepping or shortchanging us or whatever, but the fragrances just aren't as groundbreaking anymore. So I kind of switched to a lot of samples and decants. However, if something is, trust me, you'll hear me say get a bottle of it, and I myself will get a bottle of it. Also, as far as fragrance reviews, I have to touch on this because I know that there's been a lot of talk about Fresco. Now, I won't review it. This is my honest truth about it and my honest opinion, and this is all I'm going to pretty much say about it, unless you hear me say that it's my scent of the day. Now, I have to first and foremost shout out Coach Rob because he was the one to let the whole community know about, Ilum Dean's Fresco. Now, I told my friend Jamal immediately once this, the waves hit the air, watch what was going to happen. And it happened just as I predicted it. It's very ironic and interesting to see how bandwagon people can be or how wishy-washy people can be. Now, I knew all it was gonna take was one person to spark the or blaze the trail of hate, and immediately once that happened, everybody was gonna jump on that bandwagon. Now, when Coach Rob first spoke about it and built in anticipation for the fragrance, everybody was like, "Oh my goodness, I can't wait to know what it is. I really want to know, myself included." And once he told everybody, immediately loved it. Couldn't wait. Everybody's ordering bottles. Everybody's pleased with it. Oh my goodness, you hit the nail right on the head. But all it took was that one person to say, "Oh, it doesn't smell like Aventus," and immediately everybody started the crucifixion process and was like, "Oh yeah, you're right. That stuff couldn't compare to the god Aventus and everything like that." And I just thought that was kind of mind blowing and ludicrous. It's kind of like when people see a magic trick. They're amazed. They love it. It's great. It's the greatest thing that they've ever seen. How did you do that? But once the person finds out the magic trick, then all of a sudden it's like, well, it wasn't all that great. Oh, I see how you did it. It's nothing more there because you already know what the trick is. And I feel like that was the same thing with Fresco. Now, when I sprayed this on, I also sprayed Aventus on. Wife couldn't tell the difference. I couldn't tell the difference. Sprayed this on, went to work. Once before I even had Fresco a while back, I wore Aventus, and this lady told me that I smelled so good she just wanted to eat me. Now, I wore Fresco, and she said, oh my goodness, you're wearing that cologne again. So I already knew that, you know what I'm saying, like the fragrances were identical, at least identical enough to me. And also, I don't know if it's a different batch number or whatever, maybe Fresco has different batches or whatever, what have you, but I have the Aventus batch, the pineapple batch, the musky batch. Everything about it smells like Aventus. I don't get any lemon or whatever everybody else. Oh, the alcohol, I don't get that either. Now, the truth behind it, as far as it lasting like Aventus, it does not. Aventus lasts about 24 hours plus. This lasts maybe 6 to 8 hours plus, a little bit more, give or take. And that's perfectly okay with me because I only paid $20 for it. And I know a lot of people are like, I guess they wanted it to really just compare it identically to Aventus. And I mean, you kind of can't because it's not made by Creed. I mean, does it smell identical? Yeah. But I mean, it's only $20. So I mean, like, kind of come off your high horse and give the fragrance its praise. Another issue I have with that is other fragrances have been compared to other fragrances and nobody's really destroyed them the way that they did Fresco. Prime example, New Harlem, Roca's Man, and Michael Jordan Legend get compared all the time, and people will take the nice road about it and be like, yeah, they smell alike, but New Harlem is its own standalone fragrance. But for the money, you know, you can't go wrong with Roca's Man or Michael Jordan Legend. Same thing with Green Irish Tweed and Davidoff's Cool Water. Yeah, they smell great. I think I can tell the difference, but you know, I think Creed's Green Irish Tweed kind of blows it out of the water a little bit. But for the money, if you don't have the money, then by all means get Davidoff's Cool Water. Leave it at that. However, when it comes to Fresco and the fragrance community's god Aventus, everybody's like, I wouldn't dare get a knockoff fragrance. And then I saw some comment where somebody was like, I bet you people are just gonna start putting Fresco in Aventus bottles and sending it out. Ha ha ha. And I'm like, seriously, like what's the need to be so snobbish about it? Like, seriously, I guarantee you that maybe 2 years from now, when people have forgotten about Fresco, if I wear it around like a so-called expert, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, you wearing Aventus? And I'm like, it's going to be funny because I'm going to say, yeah. And then I'm going to be like, yeah, I have that too. It smells really good. And in the back of my mind, I'm just going to be like, that just goes to show you. Also, another thing that I want to point out in regards to it, I have Aventus. I have Fresco. I know some people that are, you know, like myself, that do financially well. However, they don't feel the need to display their wealth. Or let me put it like this: a person has a Bentley, right? A nice Bentley, or a Rolls-Royce Phantom, big house as well. However, you will never know because whenever he goes to work, he's driving a Chrysler 300, he's driving a Toyota Corolla, or he's driving a Honda Accord, right? Exactly. He dresses like in the most plain manner. However, he has millions of dollars in the bank. I mean, you kind of see where I'm going with this. Like, you don't always have to like flaunt and taunt, you know, with your wealth. Same thing with Fresco. I look at it like it's a time appropriate for Aventus. Like, if I'm going to an upscale event and I feel like I actually want to wear Aventus, yeah, I'm going to pull it out. Or if I'm going to a nice date with my wife, yeah, I'm going to pull it out. Now, just for a company picnic or just, you know, an average work day, and I really want that Aventus smell, or I want, you know, something that smells like Aventus, and I don't want to just waste my juice or whatever, Fresco is the prime thing to do. You see what I'm saying? It's just like your everyday car. It's a nice car. You know, it does its job. However, you don't want to necessarily pull out your Rolls-Royce Phantom. So you just opt out for the Chrysler 300 with the rims on it, or your Chrysler 300 with a nice, you know, interior or whatever what have you. It still gets the job done. So I just think that people should take a breather, take a moment, and lay off, you know, the ridiculing of the fragrance. I mean, is it going to be Aventus identically? No, because it's not made by Creed. But I think that for people who have the desire to become fragrance collectors and in the community, however, they have other obligations and responsibilities and things that they must elude their money to, and they want to smell equally as good, then I don't think that it's kind of it's right for anybody to kind of bash, I guess, what they're wearing. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody can afford bottles of you know, Aventus. So does that mean just because they can't afford a bottle of Aventus that we should not consider them a collector or tell them that they should not be collecting? No. That's why myself, as well as Coach Rob, we put out videos about fragrances that are identical or smell close to another type of fragrance, or just overall cheapies. I've also noticed that I don't know, it's a certain trend within people. If you don't have a niche fragrance, then all of a sudden you're labeled like, I don't know, they just kind of discredit you or whatever. Or if it's not niche, then it's kind of frowned upon. And I have to say that, or if it's a cheapie, let me say that, if it's a cheapie, then it's kind of looked down upon. And I have to laugh because how can you really call yourself a collector if you're not collecting everything in masses? Like, just because it's a niche, that doesn't mean that it's the best of the best. Prime example, La Artisans, T for Two. To me, it does not hold a candle to Gucci Pour Homme 2. Like, that thing rips it to shreds. Like, I've smelled the two. La Artisan is like nowhere near. Also, I know I might get a lot of hate for this, but it's the honest to God's truth. I wore Nasamato's Pardon, and I got some of the most disgusting looks by females ever. And I was light on the trigger because apparently, like, that stuff is like really strong. So, I mean, but at the same time, I've also worn Thallium, and I've gotten some of the most pleasant looks, as well as well-received gestures by, you know, everybody. So that just because it has a $150, $200, $300 price tag on it does not necessarily mean it is the best of the best. I mean, if a fragrance smells good, it smells good. Period. Like Coach Rob said, research the perfumer. A lot of times that has a lot to do with it. So that's my whole thing in regards to Fresco. I will not be trading it away. I will keep it. I will enjoy it. I wear it a lot. Like, because like I say, I love the way Aventus smells, but I don't always want to, you know, squirt, and keep using up my Aventus. Just in case they decide that they want to discontinue Aventus for whatever reason, I can still have mine. So, all right, enough about the fragrance part of that. For my guys that are here for the Gentleman's Corner side, I have a lot of ideas in retrospect to things that I want to do. I know the Smelling the Part series is long overdue. I did shoot that video, however, I had to scrap it because it was a few things that I needed to test out, and I want to reinvestigate to make sure that I gave you the best information possible. So I think that I kind of have everything that I want to say about it where I want it. Also, I have a couple of ideas. One of them being this video called Fine Tuning What's Under the Hood. And that is just giving you a few tips or a few things to just kind of fine tune what you already do or what you already have, or things that you might have been overlooking to better yourself. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the Gentleman's Corner Facebook group, please go ahead and do so. We have a lot of good gentlemen on there that give advice. We swap topics, we swap ideas, we make each other aware of just different things. And prime example, I have to give a shout out to Carl. I think his name is Lab Rat Miller. He's also in the Armed Forces, and he blazed the trail. He's informed a lot of gents about this baby right here, the Birchbox. And I'll shoot another video, and I'll tell you guys just exactly what it is, how to go about it, and everything like that. And also, if you do join the Gentleman's Corner group, if you have knowledge or things that you want to talk about, then post it. I don't want you to feel like that it is only limited to myself, the creator, or just other, I guess, older members of the group and everything like that. We talk about a lot of things, you know, gentleman related, as far as discount codes, where to get certain shoes, wingtips, loafers, Oxfords, you name it, scarves, ties, shaving utensils. We talk about it. Shows as well, TV shows. Also, to the gentlemen who are just tuning in, who don't know necessarily what my channel is and what it does, like I said, it's called the Gentleman's Corner. And basically, it is for those guys who are kind of like at a crossroads and who are at a standstill and kind of gentleman purgatory, if you will. And I myself, I used to be a lot rough around the edges. And I just know that I had an idea of where I wanted to be in life and what I wanted to do, and it's kind of like I had to do certain things to get there. And for you, if you're feeling that same way and you kind of like at a standstill and you don't know which direction to take and you need some advice, then this is the channel for you. It's a lot of trial and error that I've experienced throughout my life. A lot of it's advice, a lot of it's opinion based, and you know, sometimes I'll have things, I'll put out different things that I feel like that you need, or tools that you need to kind of help you and to get where you're going, such as the books, the style guides, and everything like that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it is, I believe, in the starter kit video for smelling the part, something like that. So that's pretty much what this channel does. Yeah, I mean, you name it, we'll probably be talking about it. And I also have quite a few videos to come, so just bear with me and stick with me. Like I said before, if you see a video that's not necessarily with this setup, it's probably been previously recorded, and I will be uploading those and kind of getting them off my computer and shooting new videos. So without further ado, I just want to thank all my new subscribers. I want to say spread the word, PM me. Anybody knows that, you know, I'll PM you back. I'll talk to you, just whatever. I mean, I'm not up here. You can talk to me. I mean, I'm your equal. I'm your peer or whatever. Just want to say thanks to, I think I want to give a few shout outs to Lionel Woods, Coach Rob, Mark, Cody, Drag Doc, Dino, Common Sense. His shout out is long overdue. I'm sorry, my friend, but yeah, definitely give a shout out to him. Also, the fragrance community on Facebook as well, and the whole Gentleman's Corner on Facebook as well. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, just all my subscribers. So stay tuned. I'm trying to get a few giveaways together. Also, I think I'm also going to shoot a like what I call a deals video. Yeah, kind of like, well, no, I won't do that because I know somebody in the fragrance community that already does it. So basically, if you want to know where I got a certain fragrance and what was the price or whatever, then you can PM me. I won't kind of steal another person's